Starting off turn 29, we spent a ton of cash, so we're kind of negative at this point, but we just starting the turn, so we'll have plenty of opportunity to earn cash. So we should be fine. But the good thing is, a lot of these settlements are tier 3, and we're starting to put the tier 3 upgrades for the economy. So there was quite a few, where are you? Yeah, so like the trade resource upgrade, tier 3, the regular building, and then a bunch of ports are going to tier 3 as well, which those are worth quite a bit of money. They're very expensive, which is obviously why we're broke now, but they generate a lot of cash. So we should be in good shape in a few turns. Assuming we even get to a few turns, we might be done before then because we're already at 212. But anyways, we are... we've got a couple housekeeping things to do here before we go. Now, we've got research done, so we went up to the zombie healing cap 100%. That's going to make a massive difference. So our zombies are 100% more capable, and they're also cheaper to recruit, so we can just throw them away, and then they won't cost us anything to get back. So I think increasing their physical resistance by 20% just compounds. Like, they have higher healing cap, now they take less damage, so these two compound on each other. We can also take melee defense next, and then these are all one-turn researches, so we can do that. That'll just increase our tank ability. There's not really anything that we need to get, right? We're mostly using zombies and stuff. So coming down here and getting some of these other researchers for the big units doesn't really help, because at most we have one unit in every like 2 or 3 armies. So anyways, I think that's probably the best thing to do, is just keep buffing up the zombies. We can unlock another bloodline as well. We've got 12, so we can get the max level here. This will increase the dead pool, the raised dead capacity of blood knights. This one gives us handgunners, which who cares? This one gives vampiric corruption, and then finally the crypt horrors. But we need 18 to get 2 of these, so that one's not going to really help that much. We could do vampiric corruption though, +5. We should have done it last turn. The blood dragon would be cool to have another one because they're super strong. Let's go ahead and do the blood dragon, just because I feel like we will actually use the lord. I mean, getting a +5 to corruption is nice, but it's not gonna change the campaign in a meaningful way at this point, I feel like. So we'll take the blood dragon, and at some point when we get some cash, we'll probably hire another lord or swap one of these guys out. So on to the usual. We'll come up here in the top right, so northeast corner. We're going to declare war and attack these guys. Luckily this army was down here. Luckily they scooted down here to the Howling Citadel, and now they are garrisoned inside, so we can just attack, take the settlement, and wipe out an army. So we don't have to worry about them being in our back lines. Now from here, it comes down and then it splits off over here. We could... yeah, we're going to have to travel a little bit, or we need to hire another army, which is probably what we'll end up doing. And maybe we'll do one right here so we can just go across the water. It's probably a shorter distance than traveling from here. So we'll probably do that. There should be a lot of units here. Yep, so anyways, that I think is what we'll do for now. So let's go ahead and declare war on these guys. They're not at war with anybody, so we can't join. We'll just attack them straight up.
The world will drown.
So declare war. They do have a vassal here. Cool. So we're gonna now be at war with them. Now that actually is kind of interesting, because now we have an open front. Maybe what we'll do is we'll hire a lord right here and take this to at least solidify here, and then we can go down. Yeah, we'll have to do that, I think. But anyways, let me throw some items on here, and then we'll take it and we'll come back. Looking over the enemy roster, there's nothing here that's particularly scary. Got the settlement, and we pretty much wiped them all out, even without it being a siege battle. So we should have pretty good XP. Sack it for 8,700. Items. Sorry. Yep, back down to level 1. It was a tier 3, but we don't... it's red. I don't really care about stuff out here. So we'll take the money. We desperately needed that. That was a big...
All shall know me.
Thing west. We've got this army, which needs a siege attacker. We need to find one. Okay, we're not going to be able to attack in one turn. For sure, we need to, I guess, move. Probably get some winds of magic. Let's go ahead and do that. And then... Oh, interesting. It wants us to move back if we attack this one, and forward if we attack this one. Without a siege attacker, though, we'll have to
What do
fight
you see?
these guys in the field. Not a particularly easy fight unless it's a siege,
Yes.
and we don't have the right units. These guys are pretty good, though, flying. We should
Who
have...
shall we destroy?
Yeah, Wind of Death, so probably would be okay.
Supreme sorceress of
These
Grant.
guys aren't particularly well armored, so they're susceptible to Wind of Death. Oh, not these guys. Yeah, they have... they have so many spells. The free ones that they get each battle. So they get 3 uses of this bombard spell, 3 uses of this bombard spell, and 3 uses of this one. It's just insane. So this is a good army to be fighting against with somebody like Vlad, because they don't care about the single targets. Yep, this splash damage isn't going to do anything to them. Oh boy. So I think we have to go after this one then. So let's come down here. And he's got a black arc here. Maybe we'll be able to take that out. We'll definitely take the settlement, and then we'll have to deal with this guy. I don't know if he's going to try and push back here to attack here, but we do have a garrison there. We'll get 1 or 2 ticks of replenishment, and we could hire another lord if we absolutely need to. I think we should be okay. Then going a little bit further west, we've got this army,
They will
and we can reach, actually. We can reach Twisted Towers in 1 turn. Yeah, let's... Doesn't make sense to attack anything else. So let's just go take this.
bring me flesh to craft.
Perfect. Now they want to steal a unit, so we're just going to cycle in and out. Because that's stupid. Alright, let me throw some items on and we'll take the settlement. Here we go, settlement down. And this one we just barely have enough to reach it, so we're going to loot and occupy. For 17. Don't
Will do
want part.
nicely.
We did level up quite a bit.
Bring me flesh to
Yep,
craft.
there we go. Delete these. And then we'll rebuild that back up. Also, now rebellions will spawn here, and we have a garrison. A pretty good one, too. Graveguard and some Black Knights. Yeah, actually, I think it'll work out pretty well. We just need to have this army march down here, Cliff of Beasts, and then Black Rock, because we do have a siege attacker.
Bats and wolves.
Yep, so that one's fine. And then with this one, I guess we'll probably take Bilious Cliff, and then we'll move up here, hopefully take out this army, and then move past it to Blighted Grove, and then we'll just swap. Then after that, probably go down to the water, and then ship ourselves to the west. Or south. Is there a portal? I thought there was a sea portal somewhere around here. It's way down here, so that's probably not going to work. Yeah, we'll figure it out. I don't know, but we do have enough armies, I believe, to take this this faction out, so we should be good there. Back here, can we reach?
My bloodline calls.
We need to get room here. Spam one of the zombies.
Necropolis
Here we go.
await.
And we have enough to reach Blood Mountain, just barely. I think that's who we're attacking next, right? Yes.
The last thing you
They're at war with
my
the person we're at war with, so that doesn't help. I think we just declare, open declare Blood Mountain.
impossible.
We'll put some, oh, there's nobody in there. Alright, I guess we just occupy. I don't know what happened there, but... Oh, it's not settled yet. It's settled, but it's not built. So we'll have to spend quite a bit of money doing that. We might have a rebellion here at some point. 6 turns, minus 18. Conquest next turn only. Yeah, we're not going to get any vampiric corruption in here for a bit. So we need to take some other settlements fairly quickly. Okay, we can't reach that one. I have a feeling once we kill this army off, we could probably reach Infernius. Yeah, we want to do that anyway. So Infernius first. The Silvered Towers of Sorcerers next. And then we should be good there. And then we'll push west. So in order to go to war with the next faction, we can join... Yeah, we can join against Hargeneth. That's who we're going to war with. They'll pay us 1,000, that's fine. So that means we attack here at Shagrath. They have 5 settlements. Not really that big of a deal. I don't even see their armies. There's like a tiny one right there. So we'll take Shagrath, probably move up to Frozen City. Maybe we'll leave this one for this other army so he can clean this up. I think that makes sense. We got plenty of room to sack. So let's get some items, take this, and then we'll sack. Is it even worth it?
Destruction.
No, it's worth 300. Settlements down. Just occupy it, leave it alone. It's not worth it. We at least get a port out of it. And now we're going to get a rebellion at Fortress of the Damned. It is in fine. It's in fine shape. Yeah, and we got two grave guards there, so it should be fine. So the entire northern border is turning red pretty quick. And yeah, like I said, once these guys catch up and start working together, we should be able to just flood Nagarond, and then they won't be able to hold up. What else? I think that's it for that. We need to go far west. We'll take this settlement with our Strigoi. Go south with this guy. I think that makes the most sense. So let's get over there, and I believe these guys are finished off after this. Check. I think that is their last settlement, though. Yeah, it should be. We don't have room to sack. We're just going to take it. And this is going to be a very straightforward and easy fight. They have no AoE. And not even that much range. Oh, they do have AoE. So we'll take this guy out. And then we should be good. Another settlement down. This should be faction eliminated, I hope. Not much money here. We'll just occupy. There we go. Faction destroyed. The drowned. So they're gone finally. That was one of the strongest in the game. Up until we showed up on this little peninsula. So we're almost done cutting a swath all the way to the western border of the map. So we'll go down this, take this settlement, and then hopefully these guys stay busy fighting each other until these northern army groups can catch up and push south. So that should be good. So that means this guy's going to go south and probably take Val's Anvil first. You know what? This army... can he reach this in one turn? No. He even has Seasoned Campaigner too, so he's got some pretty good movement speed. It's just a little bit too far. So 1, 2, we take that. 3, 4. So by turn 4, we'll take Temple. 2 turns, we'll take Val's Anvil, because we're definitely not reaching that. But we can go get some Winds of Magic on the way at least. Here we go. We'll stay in our territory, and then we'll surprise ambush, attack these guys. That's Wood Elves, actually. Interesting. They've got settlements down here we can just take going south. So we'll capture everything going this way. This army will come down, capture everything else that we don't pick up. And what do we do with this army?
I will alone.
So this is the one that we sent back. This is like a recent hire. We sent him back to take out the Overlord of Zarduk, the one that was kind of farting around in here. So I think we ship him south. We could actually send him across the water. That's maybe not such a bad idea. There's a Necro here as well. That would be very helpful for this new army. We kind of need one over here. We need 2 over here. Yeah. But I feel like a new army probably needs it more. So let's just go force march. We'll come over here and we'll have another army to help in this area. We will probably be able to make landfall Tor Anlek next turn. So 1, 2, maybe 2 turns we can help. We'll start a war. Take the Phoenix Gate or something. Yeah, so let's get this guy in here.
Necropolis awaits.
There we go. All right, we've got not a good army against not a good army. So we should be fine here. They do have some range units that might give us some trouble, but only a handful of them. So I think it's probably... Well, no, they do have 5. Boy. We could probably leave the Crypt Ghouls out. We'll leave them out of the circle, and then we'll have them go push from behind with the support from the Direwolves. Can we get a second unit of Direwolves? Because that would actually make a pretty big difference. So let's get rid of one of these. We'll get a second Direwolf here. Makes our army a little bit more expensive, but significantly more useful, I think. And most of these units do not have good armor. So we don't need to go armor piercing. I think what we have here for the build is fine. I got the settlement done. We lost a couple units. Oh, looks like a lot of them came back. So we lost a zombie, got the dog, and the skeleton back. Perfect. And then... sack. I think this was supposed to be a tier 3 with the landmark in it, but I don't know. 4 grand's kind of a lot, so let's just sack it. Yeah, we'll still be able to build it. but
Soon
it's going to take
I'll
us a
be
little
all
longer.
powerful.
So this one, yeah, faction-wide post-loot battle, 5%, vampiric corruption 5, and then up here, raise dead cost, all characters minus 5%. So we do want to get this leveled up pretty quickly if we can. Let's see, 600. So we basically just made 4 grand, and we'll still repair it and do all that stuff.
What?
Now, it looks like we can't reach the next settlement in 1 turn anyways, no matter what we do, right? Everything's going to be at least a couple turns. So why don't we, we'll fight this guy so he doesn't crash into one of our weaker settlements. Yep, that should be an easy fight, and then we need to figure out where we're going to go next. We might want to slow down.
The Everqueen.
Yeah, we'll target, like, if we can get a battle with Lariel with our good army, and then this weaker army can come over here and take Phoenix Gate or something like that.
Darkness come.
I'm assuming this is 2 turns.
Bats and wolves gather.
Yep, that's 2 turns at a minimum.
Soon
We could
I'll be
probably
all
get
powerful.
some Winds of Magic at least. So we'll do that.
This foolishness?
But anyways, let's throw some items on. We'll fight this guy, knock him out, and then we'll move on. There we go. Let's go ahead and fight it. I believe that's their last army, and that should be faction destroyed once we wipe them out. Right, got that army down. 2 units got out. Yeah, they're dead. That should be faction destroyed. Yep, Scourge of Cain's gone. So they didn't last too long.
Bats and wolves gather.
And now we got to figure out what do we want to do. We technically could attack Phoenix Gate right now. That's not a bad idea because it would draw in a lot of their units. They would want to attack and take it back. They're pretty well defended, so it's easy to defend here. And our little crap stack would actually have a chance.
You'll be all
Yeah, I think
powerful.
I didn't realize we were going to be able to attack that. But I think that's the right call. So let's get over there and attack it. Oh man. So they're allies with literally everybody here. Anyways, we're at war with everybody now. And yeah, again, this should be pretty straightforward, especially the siege. We're just going to stand outside the gates and nuke them. There we go. Very easy. Literally just spam spells at the edge of the map. Or the edge of the walls. There we go. And we're not sacking this one. I don't think it matters if we loot or occupy because there's no difference. Well, that's not true. Maybe we'll get a better quality gate, like a tier 2. No, it's tier 1 anyways. We should have looted it. It doesn't matter. It's like 500.
Misery awaits.
But what kind of garrison are we looking at here? It's standard. We don't have any grave guards or anything, unfortunately. But at the very least, we'll have something we can pass through and the enemy can't. So we can launch attacks from here. We can hold it so that hopefully... well, oh, you know what? I didn't realize there's 2 armies here. Yeah, I thought it was just the one. I'm pretty sure at war with everybody on Ulthuan, the donut. Oh, no, we're not at war with these guys. But that's Vampire Coast. Interesting. So they'll have some vampiric corruption for us. That should help out a little bit. But yeah, what we'll probably do is figure out what the toughest path is, and we'll send the Necrolord down because he's got the highest stats. And then this army will send the easier route, and this army will go also in the easy route because well, he's level 9, so he's not that bad. This guy is level 5, so he needs a little bit of help. But that should be good for here. Let's go do the other. Is that the Carstein Lord? Yeah, we'll worry about the Carstein Lord. So we'll take Elisali, or however you pronounce it. Should be pretty easy. Get some items. So yeah, I don't think there's anything here worth covering. This is pretty straightforward, and we have a caster that has all the spells we need. It's down. Let's go ahead and sack and take it. 6,500, definitely worth it. And we got Season Campaigner on our Carstein Lord. Perfect.
Your wish, master.
Balefire cart. Then yeah, we can finish this off real quick. Second battle's done. No losses. And we will occupy. Nice. We still got a port in good shape. So from here, I think we talked about hiring another army. I don't know that we will, now that we have 3 armies up here. I think we'll just take these 2. And then we'll come down here and figure it out. I really don't know. We could leave these guys alone. They seem to be in... Oh, no, they hate us. They do like that we're attacking other people, but they also don't like that we attack their buddies. That's Count Noctilus. So that should be it for this area. Let's head west. Now, I noticed this guy got
My bloodline.
killed. I don't know what happened. So if I come down here... Yeah, this one. Turns until available. I know exactly what happened. He has that item, and it has a 1% chance to proc. And sure enough, it hit him. Plus 10 recovery time? Yep, that's exactly what happened. Alright, I guess I should not have kept it on him. I was thinking we would get the power of Druska first before we got that, but clearly it backfired. So it is what it is. So I replaced him with a Vampire Lord, although we could replace him again.
Yes.
We really wanted to, because we have a Blood Dragon here. What would be... See, we already have the XP gain. Well, we need an extra turn anyways. Yeah, we can't reach it.
Deliver it unto me.
So we'll... I guess we'll just go Channel Stance. And then we'll fight this one. It's worth 8,800, so we definitely want to sack that when we can next turn. And then down here, we can reach this in one turn.
This suits my cause.
And we can sack. Yep, we've got movement speed, so let's do both of those things. And we don't actually have a fight coming up for this guy, so I am going to auto-resolve it. I can't believe we're auto-resolving a siege. This is kind of insane. And it didn't hit us too bad, actually. Yeah, I'm kind of surprised at that. So let's sack it. So that's Zarkazil. They've got one more settlement. Karik Izor, we'll take that next turn. And then these guys will be fully eliminated. And we'll be pretty much back to full strength next turn anyways with replenishment. Next, we gotta use our Lamian Lord, come down here and take Lucchini. But there is an army in between, so we'll wipe that out first. Then Lucchini, and then maybe declare war on these guys. See if we can wipe them out at the same time. Yeah, I don't want any loose ends left alone here. Let's go attack these guys.
Kill.
And he's gonna run. And now he's pulling the garrison in. We could just... Actually, is this a... It's not even a walled settlement, so I guess it doesn't really matter. We're fighting it. Yeah, we'll... Oh, wait a second. Does this... No, it's not. Okay, so regular fight. We'll just fight it outside. I didn't really want to do... I'd rather fight these separate, but I guess it's not that big of a deal. So we wiped them out, and the garrison. The garrison respawned 2 units, but that's... We'll probably just auto-resolve that. That's an army down. And a settlement down. Well, we still lost 13. We lost more on this auto-resolve than we did that whole last battle. It's funny. I actually don't... No, yeah, we have enough room. Now, I guess the question is, we have a lot of room. The question is, do we want to fight this guy? Because we would have movement range to do that. I think it's probably worth it. So let's just declare war on these guys. And then we'll wipe them out. Yeah, let's go ahead and declare war on them.
A fool's action.
It's fine. It's just free money. So Pyrrhic Victory, I'll fight it offline. Very easy fight. They literally did nothing. We'll take the money. See where they go. Nice, this guy's finally on a mount. Or our secondary. Now, it's pushing it. If we take this fight, we may not be able to get back and take the settlement. So I'm just going to take the settlement to be safe. Yep, I think that's the right call. And then next turn, whoever's still here gets wiped out. We'll take Sartosa as well. And then down here, we'll take Argalis this turn. And then this part of the continent's pretty much ours. Now there's, what, just a handful of settlements here that we need to clean up. And then same thing over here. Yeah, well, and then we still need to confederate these guys. We're waiting for this confederation malice to end. So 2 turns. And then we'll have the potential to confederate them. I don't know that they will, though. But we'll see. Let's go ahead and finish off Argalis as well. This should be a very easy one. Yeah, we got a decisive auto-resolve. We've already got damaged units, so I think I'm just going to fight this one. Argalis is down. Now, yeah, we'll just occupy it. It's not a big deal. We have a lot of movement speed left over, but can't do anything with it. So this army is going to travel south, probably here, so we can go to war with the dwarfs. Yeah, we're going to need as much help as we can. These are, what, Tomb Kings? I don't really know the Tomb King roster that well. I feel like most of my campaigns, they're kind of wiped out before I get to them. I remember fighting a couple on the Skaven run, but they feel like they just crumbled fast. But that may not be the same here, so we'll have to maybe slow down and be a little
I
cautious for the first
thirst.
couple battles. But yeah, we're pretty much done here next turn, assuming we can get through all these stacks and then wipe them out. But that should be good. Let's go across the water and we'll start working over here. So we've got Scarbrand pushing in. We've got to worry about that. He doesn't have that good of units. He does have some cav that are tier 3. Everything else is pretty mediocre. Does he actually have AoE? No, he doesn't. So he's just a straight melee. And flaming attacks, that's going to do a lot of damage, unfortunately. But I think we can probably deal with it.
I'll spill your
What do we have here? It's a Necrolord? Okay. Well, oh, no, we have Isabella. Yeah, she should be able to take him 1v1. So what I'm hoping is that we attack this, and then he decides to go over here and attack it. That way we don't have to chase him. Save us the headache. So we'll take Sunken Hernark, and then we can take Agrul Migdal. And I just realized, by the way, I'm such an idiot. I'm almost 2,000 hours in the game. I was under the impression that anytime you see this, it just needs a couple turns and then it'll go normal. Apparently, there's this rune thing. And I was reading it. I finally read this thing down here, this little tooltip. It says it cannot be reoccupied until the adjacent herdstone is destroyed. And that makes sense because the only ones that are burnt are the ones adjacent to this province. So these cannot be settled until this one is cleared. So what we'll do is we'll clear it. Assuming that goes away, we'll start hiring a couple lords to just swing by, get these settled, and then that'll add to our settlement count. But these guys are not at war with anybody. Let's just declare war. Now, hopefully their army's nearby, and we're not having to chase them. We can definitely sack it. I don't know if it's worth anything. Yeah, not that much, but we can still sack it. Alright, do we have vision? Oh, we got a lot of vision now. So, Corn Army, Dwarf Army. These guys must be at war then. The Dwarves and Corn, yep. So that's good. They're beating each other up. That should make it a little easier for us. There's the Legendary Lord. Okay, that is... What is your name? Thoric Ironbrow. We'll have to deal with him soon. He's probably got insane stats. 155 armor. Yeah, the armor's crazy. The other stuff is not that bad, actually. So he's pretty reasonable. He does have some ward save, but Trickster Shard will clear off 20% of that. So basically, he won't have anything. Physical resistance will go down to 10%. Yeah, so we'll be in good shape. That Trickster Shard is super OP. Okay, anyways, let's focus. We gotta take this. Let me put some items. Yeah, this should be an easy fight. We'll obviously do it manually because we don't want to take any casualties with the Scarbrand right next to us. I don't think they don't even have any range, do they? This is all melee. So if we want, we could use our mosh pit. I don't think we even need that. We'll just destroy him with spells. Easy win. I'll take the settlement. Should be unlocking the other ones. Yep, that's exactly what happened. So now we can start putting some stuff there. Why don't we do this? Let's get a lord right here. Let's get one of our temporary ones, the necromancers. Mind paying for a new one just to get them out there. This should be one turn. And then that maybe 2 turns. And then I'm thinking we do one right here. So that way we can hit them both in a reasonable time. Because this is probably going to be 2 turns to get there. So let's just hire one. There's 1, 2, 3. But I think if we force march, we might be able to skip that. So we'll see. That should be good there. And yeah, we'll take 3 more settlements. That's going to add to the total. That should help quite a bit, considering we don't have to really do much for it. This guy, yeah, I'm hoping he force marches this army up here and just attacks. You know what, he might actually get at this guy. Let me have him go here, just to be safe, as far away from everybody. Yeah, I don't want them to engage him first. Although they're all force marched, I don't think they can. The Scarbrand might be able to if he gets rid of force march. He's got a decent movement range. But yeah, anyways, just to be safe. So let's go deal with the Skaven next. Yeah, what a bummer. Unfortunately, this is actually taking up some movement speed. So if we go to regular march, or regular stance, we can't reach. That sucks, man.
Dies.
What a waste of time, but that's all right. We gotta do what we gotta do. So we'll go in channel stance. At least we'll get some winds of magic. Cleric Asgal will fall next turn. Crooked Fang should fall this turn. Let's see what else. So we wiped out a bunch of these armies. Yeah, we need to try to fight them. Unfortunately, they're gonna run. So maybe we'll be able to catch them, maybe not. We'll probably attack Sump Pit as well. Still has no garrison. Well, anyways, why don't we do this one first? This one's pretty straightforward. This guy does have Pestilent Breath. So they must have some buildings in here that give them a better garrison. Oh no, this is a walled settlement. Alright, never mind.
Bring me zombie fodder.
We have room to sack. It's worth a decent amount. So let me get some items on here and then we'll take it. Alright, settlement down.
Take it. It all.
Sack it and occupy. No loot
More
cart.
limbs to defile.
Go. So we'll occupy this Crooked Fang Fort. Starting to take some pretty healthy chunks out of these guys. This one, I think we just attack as well. We could actually... You know what? Actually, it might not be a bad idea. It might be better is to attack and sack and then move past it, because this army can't really attack and take something next turn anyways. So it might be better to do that and then try to get like Spike Peak or Kradtomen, something like that. That's probably not a bad idea. It would slow us down this turn. Actually, what can we reach? Can't reach that. Definitely reach that. I don't know. Maybe it doesn't really make that much of a difference. We'll see. If we can still take one after sacking this, like if we can reach Kradtomen, for sure we'll do it. Or Spite Peak. But I don't know that we will be able to. Let me yeah, let's see what they got. They do have an army in here. This will be a field battle. Nope, it'll be a unwalled settlement. Yeah, that should still be fine. Okay, let me get items and I'll be right back. I got the settlement. I don't know how that's a close victory. We literally killed like 2,700 and then lost 0. So I guess maybe they were a lot stronger and they're a lot weaker. So either way, let's sack it and see what kind of movement range we have. Yeah, we just got a bunch of stuff. Here we go. And no, we can't. So yeah, that probably doesn't make a whole lot of sense. We'll just occupy. If we were able to take something past it, maybe, but yeah, I think not. So here we should be able to reach Spite Peak. Yeah, so we'll take that next turn. This guy will probably go to Kradtomen in 2 turns with a force march. This one will be Carrick Asgal next turn. Yeah, that's fine. And then we can continue south with this army. Maybe 2 here, 1 here, something like that. Well, that's these 2 settlements. We'll finish that province. We'll start taking stuff down here. And now we need to figure out what we're going to do with the dragon. So let me put items and then think about that for a sec. So I don't know which one we should attack here. I don't know that it makes a difference. I feel like no matter which one we target, they're all going to run because they're so much weaker than we are. If we can take at least some of them out, we may not be able to if we want to get Sump Pit in 1 turn as well. These guys, yeah, they don't have a fantastic garrison, but probably enough to deal with at least one of these guys. But if they start to pile on... So maybe what we'll do is we'll attack the one on the outside right here and try and force them all to scurry this way. Although we'll see. Yeah, let me do that. Oh, interesting. So they didn't retreat. I guess they think they're strong enough. But look at the reinforcement time here. Almost 3 minutes, 2 minutes, 15 seconds. Should be able to clean this up. So I'm not going to cover too much here, but we'll probably just use the heroes and lords here. And I don't foresee any issues doing that. I want to try to run these guys down to 0. That might be hard to do without our direwolves, but the problem is the direwolves are really vulnerable to clan rats, the summons. So I don't know. We'll see. But anyways, this is going to be an easy fight. It's just a matter of how much follow-up we'll have to do. Alright, we got them on the run, but now we need to finish off as many as we can. So we've got a lot of these guys down to very low. below the respawn limit, so they or the survival limit, so we should be good on most, but maybe some of the small units are gonna sneak out. No, actually, yeah, like that one, that storm vermin. I don't think we can get that. That's gonna be tough. Get all the important stuff. Rattling guns and plague claw catapults are already dead. We'll get the Lord, the last one, and then we should be fine. So unfortunately, 2 of them are gonna get out. The storm vermin with almost nothing, and then this guy, just, you know how this game is. You try and target somebody and it just pushes them to the edge of the map. So I tried to do it manually and he just wouldn't listen. But that's all right. We'll chase him down. Oh, okay. They all died. All right, never mind. So all 3 are dead. That solves a lot of issues, actually. So now we can probably use this Lord to go take out
I see the wind.
the Knights of Calador. So why don't we do that? Let's go ahead and declare war.
Futile and insulting.
We'll just take the settlement. Sump Pit. And that is a free settlement. So that is all we're going to do this turn in the Clan Moors area. They are just getting stomped. So they just lost, what, 4 armies? 2 or 3 settlements? And they're about to lose even more. I think they'll be done in, I don't know, 2 or 3 turns. So a pretty big turn of events because they were high up on the strength rating. So there goes that. What else do we have to do? There's a rebellion right here that's going to attack us at some point.
I'd wither first.
It just has skeleton spearmen. Those guys are very easy to crush. And they have
Such a thing is
a
impossible.
Necro Lord. So level 1 Necro Lord's not going to be able to do anything. So just towers should be able to smash that. We don't need to waste money.
Bats and wolves.
Unfortunately, we can't reach anything with this guy this turn. And I was hoping to declare war and take Crookback Mountain. I guess we could still do it and then just bait them into attacking us. Yeah, we can go here and then go... Oh, we're still taking attrition. Back up a little bit. There we go. Now we're not taking attrition and we can still attack that next turn. So we'll get some Winds of Magic. 5. Yeah, I think that's fine. Okay, so that is that turn. Well, we need to declare war this turn. We'll take Crookback Mountain this turn, Mountain Greyhag next turn, and Sentinels next turn. So 2 from these guys. That'll leave them with a single settlement and probably no armies. So let's go ahead and declare. We can get paid for this one, so probably Goldtooth. He's usually pretty wealthy. He's getting beat up, but yo, he's strength. Oh yeah, he only has 3 settlements.
Only thing I need to decide first.
There we go, 1,300. So we'll take the money, and then we'll go take a settlement. I just remembered this is a very new army, so only level 5 and level 4 on the Necromancer. I don't think we have anything, right? Just the XP bonus. This one has healing, so we can heal. Luckily, this is only 10 units, so it's not a particularly strong garrison. We could get rid of the bats. Don't know that we really need them. Well, you know what? Let's wait until this guy's gone, because I'm a little PTSD from that Overlord of Zarduk. Like, the only reason we won some of those battles were the bats. I don't think these guys will pose the same challenge. It looks like they're all orc laborers and trash, so probably could just get rid of them. Place them with... We could actually outfit this with a decent army. Yeah, why don't we do that? Get rid of the bats. Let's go ahead and take one of the Mortis engines. Get some more spears. I think 1 zombie, and then probably 1 decent unit here, like a Grave Guard. I don't think we need too much, but just have 1 mixed in just so that we aren't completely useless. Although that's going to add a lot. And we probably don't need it. Yeah, let's just go with another zombie. That's fine. We do have the Vargolf, which is quite good. And then 2 direwolves to run people down. Yeah, I think that should be fine. Let's go ahead and assault. Yeah, this is kind of funny. So we created a giant mosh pit here in the middle, and now our Mortis engine is just completely destroying everybody. Look at that. We're getting like 1,000 damage every couple seconds, so not too shabby. Well, settlement down. Hopefully we get some decent levels from that. We will definitely sack. That's worth a lot. Crookback Mountain is ours. Let's see what we got. It's got income building. Perfect. We'll just let that repair on its own. And from here, Yeah, I don't
Beyond
think this
even
army goes north to
flesh.
attack us. It's a really long way around. So hopefully they feel like they're stronger than us and they come
Even
after.
the Lawmaster could not.
See here, what else? Yeah, I think we can control this area pretty easily. You know what? Can we reach this next turn?
Expand
Yes,
Sylvania's
perfect. So yeah,
borders.
next turn we'll take that. So one. So we'll take these two, 1, 2, and then somebody will take Darkhold. Probably this one will go down and start going to war with Nurgle, the pox makers. Yep, I think that makes sense. Now, one annoyance we might have to deal with Nakai the Wanderer's coming over here, and I'm curious, what do we have against him? I'm very concerned about the ranged attacks. I feel like they will wipe out entities with a single hit before we could even repair or heal. So that's a bit of a concern. Nakai also has a vortex spell, if I remember. Maybe not. Actually, is it? Okay, I don't see a vortex spell in here, but he has massive, massive buffs. So fighting him 1v1 is going to be tough. Yeah, they got these feral cold ones. These things are so annoying to fight. Way worse than the clan rats. But I think if we look at what they have, we do pretty well against large units because we can just
Darkness comes.
use the wyvern, whatever, the one that gives us plus 60 to versus large. So that would literally be their whole army, except for the infantry, which they're not particularly well armored. So I think we could use our Wind of Death to wipe these guys out. The wyvern claw, what is this thing called? I keep forgetting it. I know it's wyvern something. Worm Slayer, it's not wyvern. Yeah, Worm Slayer sword. So that one will give us a huge boost. Plus 60, and then armor piercing damage, charge defense versus large. So that would actually be pretty good. Now, he'll move over here in 1 turn, and then in 2 turns he'll attack. So maybe we'll counterattack. We'll attack him before he gets to us. But then that might slow us down getting to here, so... No, actually, I take that back. This turn, he moves here. Next turn, we take, or we can measure and see if we can get this and then take. And if not, we just take this, and then I'm very confident he will attack. That army's strong. Yeah, see, he's way ahead in the balance of power. So, in the grand scheme of things, I think we actually fare pretty well against what he has. He doesn't really have anything that wipes all of our units out in one go. There's no big spells, and there's not a lot of AoE. Like this, the Stegodon we'll probably have to target first. And then these things do have range as well. We have to wipe these out, but we can hide. Oh, crap, I forgot. Okay, never mind. This is the priority. So the Skink Priest needs to go. That's where all the AoE comes from. But he's only got 3,600 health, so I think a couple hits he'll be dead. Is he large? He is large, so we get the bonus against him as well. Yeah, I think we're fine there. So I was going to suggest we try to declare peace with him. I think I saw it in here when I was snooping around. Yeah, we could go for a peace deal. 3,600 bucks. He'll actually pay us pretty well for it. The problem is if he starts taking land around here and we have a recently signed peace deal, it's going to ruin our reputation or reliability. I don't really want to do that. And we could make some good money and maybe get some good items from him anyway. So that'll be a fun battle. But anyways, that is it for this area. We got to come up here, finish off the Zarduk, and then keep pushing the Disciples of Hashut. And then we should be good with the turn. So let's go ahead and take Veil of Woe. That's a big one. And let's go ahead and put on some items here first. Pretty straightforward battle. We need to rush this guy because he has Steering Doom, but aside from that, we can just march and stomp him. There we go. So I'm not going to show too much of this, but that's a very nice looking purple sun. And we're baiting this guy. We're attacking him to take him out to get them to group up. So 2 birds, 1 stone. Here we go. Got the Lord. And now we just got to clean up the rest. Settlement down. Definitely sack this one.
This better be important.
Item and another objective. So they have only one left, Tsar Nagrund. And we don't have a siege attacker, but I did have an idea. We could technically draw them out if we attack this. The problem is they've got 20 units here. It's a pretty serious... Yeah, it's a pretty serious garrison. So maybe that's not such a good idea. We could... You know what? We could actually do it with this army. They could help. 2v1, but it's all zombies. The Dragon Lord definitely helps, or the Carstein Lord on Dragon helps. This guy's not quite flying yet. And this guy's brand new, so he's basically just going to be a tank. Yeah, I gotta think about that. Definitely got some options here. I'd like to finish it off before turn 30. I mean, we definitely get the win by turn 30. But if we can do it now at turn 29, that'd be pretty cool. Right, that's the only thing we're missing is Arnegrund. And then we're very close to this. Wow. Only 30 settlements, 40 settlements away, basically, once we take this. Not bad. And then we'll get one more up here as well this turn. So here's the plan. We're going to go to reinforce here. So let's send this guy as close to that corner as we can. And then if we attack here, we should get a reinforcement. Yeah, we do. That's going to pull everybody out. We can at least take the fight this turn. Or take a fight this turn. And then we'll probably be out of we'll be out of movement range, so we'll just have to take it with this next turn. And what I'd like to do is beat this army up and then force march closer to one of these settlements. Preferably Eagle Eries, because I think this, whatever army takes this, can probably take Black Fang the next turn. So we wouldn't have anybody stepping on each other's toes. So we'll fight, we'll force march and back up and go that way. If we can take their full garrison out, that'd be great, but they got 20 units. So very unlikely. But anyways, let's go ahead and fight it. So we're going to attack this convoy. Thank goodness the convoy was there. That was pretty lucky.